always beginners in the art of compassion. No matter how advanced or refined we believe our understanding to be, life is sure to present us with some new experience or encounter with pain we feel unprepared for. Over and over you are asked to meet change, loss, injustice. And over you are asked to find the strength to open when you are more inclined to shut down. There is nothing wimpy or starry-eyed about this essential Christian virtue. Living compassionately is rarely convenient and often downright challenging. It requires a willingness to pay the price for being aware of suffering and doing what is possible to diminish it. The call to compassion has been with me for a long time. A life-size replica of Michelangelo's Pietà rests in a large niche at the front of my religious community's chapel. Ever since my days as a young member, I have felt the call to accompany others in their suffering. When I gaze at the depiction of Mary sitting with the body of her executed son across her lap, I see a mother whose grief weighed like a boulder on her maternal heart. I long to receive those who suffer with the depth of Mary's loving presence. Compassion thrived in the heart of Jesus and in his teachings. If there is one virtue that most exemplifies his life, it is this one. While I esteem the wisdom of various religious traditions that emphasize compassion in their principles, I most of all resonate with those of my beloved teacher, Jesus, a person of immense love. When Jesus urged his followers to be compassionate, he knew what he was asking. Everywhere he went, his awareness of people's suffering became evident. He poured out his love and gave generously of his time, energy, and concern to relieve their pain of body, mind, and spirit. Jesus also challenged those whose policies, regulations, and personal behavior caused or contributed to suffering. As his voice for justice gained strength, so did the voices of those who wanted him destroyed. Jesus knew both the risk and the price to be paid for being committed to compassion. In A Spirituality of Caregiving, Henry Nouwen recognizes this challenge. The gospel call to be compassionate is one that goes right against the grain, that turns us completely around and requires a total conversion of heart and mind. It is indeed a radical call, a call that goes to the roots of our lives. While many Christians have yet to grasp the full significance of a total dedication to compassion, we have an exemplary leader and witness of this commitment in the spirituality of Pope Francis. His courageous teachings and humble actions reveal compassion as a way of life, an inner posture of mind and heart, one meant to infuse our whole being. The following words of Pope Francis demonstrate how his compassionate approach establishes itself in a strong rootedness in following Jesus. This love of God has now been made visible and tangible in Jesus' entire life. His person is nothing but love, a love given gratuitously. The relationships he forms with the people who approach him manifest something entirely unique and unrepeatable. The signs he works, especially in favor of sinners, the poor, the marginalized, the sick, and the suffering, are all meant to teach mercy. Nothing in him is devoid of compassion. This book is not about easy answers, nor does it suggest that we can fix the world's suffering or eliminate it entirely from those closest to us. Rather, Boundless Compassion extends an invitation to grow in the kind of love that motivated Jesus to be a compassionate presence. This love will then flow generously through us into the lives of those who ache for a touch of loving kindness. Each of the 6 weeks' material presents insights and examples of how to enter into situations that contain travail and difficulty. This requires being in touch with how we think, feel, and respond to the suffering residing in ourselves and others, and how we interact with the extensive differences that trouble our world.